Hey, how's it going everybody? This is the Smooth Admin. I hope everyone's doing well. In today's video, I would like to show you how to use what's called a junction object to handle a many-to-many relationship in Salesforce. So most admins are familiar with using master detail relationships or lookup relationships in order to handle a one-to-many relationship. For instance, if you have a quote header record on one object and quote lines on another object, you can use a master detail relationship and a one-to-many relationship to handle that. However, if you have a situation where you need to relate many records from one object to many records on another object, you would need to use a junction object in between them to connect them in Salesforce. And there's three basic steps to do this. First, you of course will need your two objects to house the master records that you want to relate. That's a prerequisite. Of course, you can't relate these if they don't exist, so you have to do that first. Then you want to create your junction object and then create two master detail relationships on that object, one for each of the objects you're trying to relate to. And then finally, just a housekeeping item, you need to add each of those page layouts, update each of the page layouts so you can easily see the relationships. So just to give an example of a many-to-many relationship, like one that I see a lot is job applications to candidates, because a candidate could apply to many jobs, and many jobs can apply to many candidates. So that's a many-to-many relationship. I also see like students to classrooms as another example of a many-to-many relationship as a way to explain this. There's some good articles about this. One is on Salesforce Ben, which I'll link in the description for you, which really does a good job explaining this. And Salesforce in their help menu does a good job stepping you through how to do this as well, which I'll also link. But for my example, which is in the manufacturing industry, where I have my fictitious pizza manufacturing company set up, I'm going to do a many-to-many relationship for a listing of the manufacturing sales reps that we compete with and the different lines that they carry. So in our case, the same rep can handle multiple lines, and multiple lines can be handled by, the same line can be handled by more than one rep. So in this case, I needed to do a many-to-many relationship to handle this. So the way I did it was, as I mentioned, I first created all the master records that I would need, each in their own object. So these are all my manufacturing reps. And then I created all of the rep lines that I need for this scenario. And then I created my junction object, and the easiest way to show that is looking at it in the schema builder. So I created my junction object, and then I created both master detail relationships, one that relates back to the rep object and one that relates back to the rep line object. And by doing this, it's creating this one-to-many relationship for each connection. Once I do that, I can now very easily go in here and create new records. So you can see that everything pizza handles crust, Southwest Pizza and Wings Inc. Top Pizza only handles super cheese, but let's say that there were some changes in the business and Top Pizza is going to pick up the crust line now. I could type that in right here. Hit save. Now I have a new record, which, by the way, I auto-numbered the name to just make it easier to enter, make it faster. And now if you go back, you can see that Top Pizza it now shows that Top Pizza handles crust as well. But you can see that crust is also handled by Thomas Pizza Sales and Everything Pizza. So the same rep line handled by multiple reps, but then you can look at it the other way and say the same rep handles multiple lines. And the only way to do this in Salesforce is through that junction object. Hope this helps. In my next video, I'm going to I'm sorry, there's one other thing we forgot to mention, which is how to show this in the page layout. So this is really no different than any other way you would show a related list in a page layout, but you would first have to go into the layout, and if you're not using the newer dynamic piece, you would do it here in the layout. Go to your related lists and make sure that it's added down here. Now, on my case, I did not want the name to show up. I did want the name to show up, so that's what I have here. Instead of the auto number, I didn't want the auto number name to show, but I wanted the actual rep line to show, so I did have to modify that. I added that, and then I just went into my page in Lightning, and added a related list single, and now it's showing up over here. So now when you look up any one of these, you could easily tell which lines which manufacturers that line is handled by. And also on the rep side, you can do the same exact thing, and you can see for this manufacturing rep which lines they carry. So that wraps this up. I hope this helps, and I'm going to build on this by next showing you how to use Flow, how I used Flow to prevent duplicate entries from coming in here, because this is a table that could easily get bad information in it if you're able to enter duplicates. So there's a particular way you have to do that, and I will also show how to do reporting on an easy way to do reporting on Junction Objects. Hope this helps. Thank you very much, and have a good day.